Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Tower of God Season 3 Episode 70, or overall Chapter 487. I'm very excited to get into this one, see what we get with this game. We're probably going to get more about the cat tower, more explanation of how the game actually works here, because I realized after reading last chapter I was like, wow, I understand this game. But I also do not at all understand this game. We don't know, like, actually what the characters are going to be doing in the tower or on the field, as per the captains. So I feel like we're going to figure that out this time around. Also, we have those cloaked characters that I'm assuming is Team Ron slash Team Novik. Yeah, there's a lot going on that I'm really excited for, as always. And there was one other thing I forgot. Oh yeah, I haven't done my review for last chapter yet. I'll be getting to those as soon as I possibly can. I don't know, I just feel like when I was trying to get around to making it and stuff, I was just having like, I don't know, video maker's version of writer's block. I don't know. I was just like sitting down trying to make video happen, video not happen. So yeah, either way, let's react to and read season 3 episode 70 though. Princess, the game is ready and the participants are on the field. Please send me the participants chosen to take part in the game. Gakjaro-san, a cat tower. Crap, that was another thing. I was going to look up how to properly pronounce that and what the meaning was and everything, but I will do so after I do this video. It's just because I usually look up all that stuff when I read the chapter a bunch more when I'm making notes for my reviews. I'm not sure where he got this idea, but Army Corps Commander Yasracha sure knows how to make things interesting. I like it, says Machete. Have fun, little brother. Activate the timer on the teleport device. Set the limit to 10 minutes after 20 turns. If the timer runs out, Hajjensung will be sealed in the suspendium. Okay, and we have Gakja Dosang 1. Okay, this is interesting. It looks like there's a cage on each of the platforms in front of Yama. Now we have Evankel. And Calavan. So Calavan's looks different. It's a little eye circle thing instead of a cage in front. Maybe they each have different symbols representing them, and Yama's is the cage? I don't know. Then Bomb looks surprised. Is this my map? If you like, I can tell you about your map. Would you like me to? Yes, sure. This map is called Two Choices. What's unique about this map is that it's divided into two main routes. The route shown in red is the jumping route, and the blue route is the safe route. Okay. This is going to be something I really have to pay attention to get down then. Okay. The safe route allows you to reach your destination while traveling more or less in a straight line, while the jumping route has a jumping stand that allows you to skip ahead to your destination. The jumping stand is right next to your destination, so it allows you to get there more quickly. But you'll have to fight a map boss in a special prison on the same field as the jumping stand. Prisons refer to cube-shaped prisons with enemies in them. When participants pass through a field with a prison in it, they can choose whether or not to fight the enemies. In special prisons, however, you must fight the enemies, and the battle on the special field continues indefinitely, regardless of the number of turns. Okay. Okay then. So, alright. Just taking all that in. So Yama's looked like he just had a bunch of cages in every space in front of him, so his might just be a sort of battle of endurance, putting him through fight after fight. Plus, the enemies in special prisons are very strong. This map has a limit of 20 turns, so if you don't reach your destination in 20 turns, you fail the game, and you lose the chance to rescue your master. The game is starting soon. Do you understand? Yes, says Bomb. Alright. Attention all participants on the field. The first turn is beginning now. The first turn has begun. You may now begin moving, participants. Okay then. For your information, the cat next to you will help you get around the field. Nice to meet you. Just tell the cat what direction you want to go in and how many squares. However, if there's a prison on the route that you choose, you'll stop at the prison, and you have to eliminate all of the enemies in the prison within 10 minutes in order to begin moving right away on your next turn. What happens if I don't beat all the enemies in 10 minutes? Then you'll have to stay here on the next turn too, which means you lose a turn. If you don't open the prison door, you don't have to fight the enemies, but that also means you'll lose a turn. If you want to reach your destination within the limited number of turns, it's better to fight and defeat the enemies. Now, tell the cat where you want to go and how many squares. Where shall I take you? I want to go 3 squares straight ahead. This is a really interesting game, so it teleports him ahead like a piece on a game board then. There's a prison in your way. If you choose not to open the prison and fight the enemies, you'll have to stay here for another turn. Would you like to open the prison? Yes, very well. The prison doors opening now. Okay, so it seems like with the way they're made, you can't actually see the enemy in there beforehand, so you don't know what it is you're going to get into. You must now fight the enemies that come out of the prison. If you beat them in less than 10 minutes, you can continue moving forward right away on your next turn. Otherwise, you'll have to stay here for your next turn too. And there's a roar. Oh? Those are the enemies? Okay, more cool creature designs. There are more of them than I expected, but I have to beat them in 10 minutes. Just so you know, elimination means completely killing the enemies. They're not counted as being eliminated if they're still breathing. Now, go ahead and begin fighting. Okay, so that's an interesting stipulation. You have to kill them. You can't just knock them out and defeat them. I feel like that's going to get more complicated in the future because they're probably going to start throwing hostages at them as enemies or something. Or like something sketchy. Because of course, like, I feel like Zahard's army, even if Yusracha's just trying to have fun, they wouldn't do this game unless there was like more of a catch. So, Bomb starts taking out the guys. Alright. That's interesting though. They seem pretty resistant to just the regular Shinsu blasts. They're stronger than the other enemies. Freedom. Is that their leader? We want freedom. So they probably are just captives from before. Freedom. Fighting for freedom like gladiators. And then Bomb knocks him back with an attack, it seems. Now we're seeing Yama's turn. What's this? It's a bunch of prisons in a straight line. That's right. This road map is a special gift from Lord Yusracha to you, Lord Yama. It's a simple map. All you have to do is defeat the enemies in the boxes right in front of you and keep moving forward. There's no need to worry about finding the right way. It's a perfect map for the leader of the knuckle-headed canines. But be careful not to wear yourself out before you reach Lord Yusracha. There's no chance of that, dumbass. And don't talk down to me just because I can't see you. I'll kill you too. Hey, Yusracha, why don't you fight me man-to-man instead of making me jump through these ridiculous hoops, you coward? You don't seriously expect me to get tired before I reach you, do you? The first turn has begun. Don't speak too soon. Let's see what you've got. The participants may begin moving. The game has begun. Would you like to move? Of course I'd like to move, as far ahead as possible. And then, of course, he just makes it to the first cage. There's a prison in your way. Would you like to open the prison? If you choose not to open the prison, you'll have to stay here for another turn. Of course I want to open it. Very well. The prison door is now opening. I'll let you in on a little secret, Yama. It's a bunch of, like, fishmen. The enemies in these cages are species I've captured, brainwashed, and dominated. Just like you canines and hostages. I promise to set them free if they can hold you back for one turn. What? You son of a... Just so you know, this map has a limit of 20 turns. If they delay you by even a single turn, you won't be able to reach me. If the game ends before you get to me, all of the hostages in the cat tower will die automatically. It's a question of whether you lose and allow them to go free, or whether you beat them and save your precious canines. Isn't this a fun game? I hid a little present for you along the way too, so give it your best shot. Like, again, of course, I feel like one of them is going to be one of the hostages. You bastard. And now we go to Calavan, who probably doesn't give a shit. Or no, that's not Calavan, that's Bomb, obviously. I just saw the white. But yeah, whenever we jump to Calavan, it feels like this plan... Well, they didn't have a cage in front of him. They had whatever the eye thing was. But like... like, this plan works perfectly for people with good morals like Bomb, or people in specific situations like Yama. But I kind of feel like if they try to use the same kind of strategy with Calavan, it won't work, because he's just like, I will absolutely murder these nobodies. He doesn't care about their freedom. Come here and fight me for our freedom. Freedom? What's he talking about? Allow me to explain. This is one of the species that was defeated and imprisoned by Lord Yasracha. If they manage to defeat you or delay you by one turn in this game, Lord Yasracha promised to grant their species freedom. They're fighting you for the sake of their own freedom. What? If you feel sorry for them, you can just let them win or just waste a turn. It's your choice whether you want to sacrifice your own goal for their freedom, or if you want to defeat them and move ahead for the sake of your own goal. So this is kind of like really, really blatantly nailing the point home of you're going to have to kill other people or take away their dreams in order for yours to succeed. That's so cruel. The cat tower before the start of the game. Everyone's here. You're all on the top floor of the cat tower. This is something I'm really, really, really excited about. In a moment, you'll enter the cat tower through here and play a game, because I want to see what they have to do. The game that you'll be taking part in is called Cat and Mouse. Cat and Mouse. Yes, there are several mice running around the cat tower as we speak. Anyone who catches one of those mice may leave the cat tower and teleport to a map on a route of their choice, since the captains may only move up to 4 turns each. For the sake of maintaining the balance of the game, if you move to a map after catching a mouse, you'll be taken to a spot 4 squares away from the captain. If the enemy catches a mouse, you'll be taken to a random square right next to the captain. Okay. But after the 10th turn, you'll be sent directly to where the captain is, regardless of whether an ally or an enemy kills a mouse. By means of a simple game, the Lightbearer may communicate with the field and change various game elements in the cat tower's control room. It's connected to the field, so you can go look for it. And as for the Spear Bearer, they can reach the field's observation platform through the control room. From there, they can throw their spear and try to hit a participant on the field. If a participant's hit with a spear, they'll be kicked off the field. Since there are a lot of you, for the sake of fairness, the new 4th Army Corps and Macheni's minions will be joining in the Cat Tower game. The new 4th Army Corps and Macheni's minions? I wonder what kind of monsters... Okay, so this makes a lot more sense for Calavan's group to be fighting then, because they're going to be fighting against Calavan's people. Okay, I wonder what kind of monsters we'll be up against. This just keeps getting better and better. Now, use your pocket to select the position that you want. Choose carefully. Alright, we have Karaka, Yuansung, White, Namosola, and Shibisu. All participants have chosen their positions. You'll now be taken to the cat tower. Enjoy the game. And everyone gets teleported, except for Doom, it seems. Maybe he has a different plan. Okay, shot of the cat tower. Inside the cat tower, Yuhansung. So, this is the cat tower, huh? Seeing that I'm all by myself, the cat tower itself must consist of several different rooms. I don't see a way out of this room. What's that? It sure looks suspicious. There are 3 more holes on the other side too. They're the same shape but much smaller. What are they for? I'd better try to find Lady Evankel and see where she's headed to. I wish they'd hurry up and start the game already. Find the mice, squeak squeak. Participants, in order to begin the cat and mouse game, I will open the floodgates in each room. Floodgates? There will be a sudden burst of water, but this is a natural part of the game, so please don't be alarmed. Okay then, this is interesting. Is it like just actual straight up water, or is it like denser Shinsu? Okay. Water keeps pouring out of the floodgate. I don't think the game will start if I just keep waiting around here holding back the water. He said the water's a natural part of the game, so maybe I'm supposed to let the water carry me through one of the holes on that wall. I don't like the idea of letting the water carry me away, but I don't have a choice. Alright. And we see White in his area and Karaka in his, Doan and Love. Okay, I'm just so excited for Mule Love. He's a character that we really just haven't seen as much of. Thank you for participating in the Cat Tower game. You must each find and kill the mice in the place where the water carries you. However, please keep in mind, is the game finally starting now, that there are not only allies in the Cat Tower. I'm so glad you're my first opponent. Blondie. Okay. It's Haracha then. A feline. This is going to be fun. Okay. I'm sorry to maybe undervalue him too much, but I kind of feel like Haracha is going to just get jobbed out here. I really feel like he does not stand much of a chance. This game isn't off to a good start. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm undervaluing Haracha, but I kind of feel like he's gonna get destroyed here. In another part of the Cat Tower. Okay. White. White. So cool. I can't believe I had to get my feet wet. What a rude place. I'd better not stay here for too long. And then, oh, a mouse already. Is that a mouse? I guess I'm supposed to kill that mouse in order to reach the field. Great. Looks like I'll be able to get out of here sooner than I thought. I can't believe you're the first enemy I encounter in the Cat Tower. It's truly an honor, Lord White. And he flinches. Hey, I don't know who you are, but keep it down. You'll scare the mouse away. What's this guy? Division Commander of the new 4th Army Corps, Lopobia Yorayo. So we're just seeing a ton more, Lopobia people. I am so grateful. Alright, his design's pretty cool though. You get to talk to you like this right before your death. Who is this nuisance? Well, I think we'll have lots to talk about, don't you? I knew it seemed too easy. Is that right? Well, I don't really have anything to say to you. The only talking I'm going to do is with my sword. First, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Division Commander Yorayo. I work for Lord Liboric, Commander of the new 4th Army Corps. Good for you. I don't care. Let me propose something before we fight. What? Would you like to team up with us temporarily? Team up with you? What do you mean? You already have all the power you want. There's no point in staying here in this war any longer. If you help us with this game, I'll help you out of here safely. So you're saying, if I let you have this mouse, you'll let me leave this war safely. That's right. The Army Corps Commander always keeps his promises, so you don't have to worry. We already know that's a lie. We have seen this with Kunhin Luck. I think I'll pass. I still have some unfinished business here. Unfinished business. Yeah, I'm waiting for my last feast, and I don't intend to leave this war until then. Last feast. And I don't team up with anyone. I either make them surrender, or I devour them. Some have thought of me, as a leader and followed me. I love that he's giving this speech all Chunibyo-ish when we know for certain that he has already, like, been made follower by people before, like Rachel. Okay. But I'm actually a predator by nature, so no one's ever stayed by my side until the end. Too bad. I thought I might be able to reason with you. I told you I'm not interested in talking. Then you leave me no choice. We'll just have to settle this. Right now. and white goes for the rat. Oh, and so does, what was his name, Yorayo? Interesting. Was he after me, not the mouse? Did you think you could catch the mouse before I caught you? Or did you think my sword couldn't cut you? Whatever it was, that was very foolish of you. And then he catches the strike? I simply thought I could block your blade whenever I wanted. Does that make me a fool? I'm not sure. I might change my mind if you can block this next move too. I'm impressed you managed to grab my sword with your bare hands. You're definitely no ordinary goblin. Yes, that's right. I'm somewhat different from humans. What do you mean? Although the tower's laws are absolute for humans, I'm sure you're aware that they're slightly more lenient toward other species. For example, if a human doesn't pass a test, they can't enter the inner level, but objects certainly can. My commander in the workshop took that as a hint to mean if they could mix human and non-human... Okay, human and non-human beings to create beings that are both human and somewhat different from humans, maybe they could create humans who could defy the laws of the tower, like objects, machines, or animals. So they did some research, and as a result we were born. We're not perfect, but we fall slightly outside the limits of the tower's laws. I in particular was created using all kinds of capturing items in the tower, which means the usual law that Arya's sword cannot be beaten doesn't affect me at all. I'm like your natural enemy. So you're basically just an experiment that those with an inferiority complex made to comfort themselves. Almost every single one of the guys like you I've run into before has been a failed experiment. Would you like to try and find out? Let's see whether or not a failure like me can defeat you and that sword of yours. Well, this won't be boring at least. I really like this panel. That's a really, really good one. See, this is what I'm excited for. More of this side character stuff. Just like last time, I'll leave things on the credits as I talk a bit before we end. That was really, really fun. It felt like, I don't know, like I'll again get much, much more in depth when I like read through it a bunch more and review it. I think one thing that maybe they could have kind of streamlined a bit better was it felt like we got the explanation of one thing for Bomb, and then usually when that happens and we cut to another character, we just assume that that character in their situation had already heard the same thing. But with this, we gave the same explanation that was given to Bomb over again to Yama, and then the same thing happens when Yama gets the next part of the explanation and we cut back over to Bomb, we have the same thing explained once again to Bomb, when I kind of feel like that could have been written in a way where we assume that, okay, now that Bomb's been told this, Yama has also been told on his end, and the same thing when they go over to the other thing. That's the only immediate thing that I'm like, maybe that could have been streamlined, but other than that, I'm just like, as much as I'm excited to see what's going to happen with Bomb and Yama, and like I said, I have my prediction that some of the enemies are just going to be hostages, and it's going to completely screw over Yama, because it's like, does he kill the hostage to save the other hostages? Or is he screwed and he's like, well, I guess I gotta let the other hostages die so that this one doesn't. Like, it's a really rigged and unfair game. It's a really lose-lose situation from Yama's point of view. And I really feel like Bombs, with the explanation we were given, I feel like the jump area and the choice between the jump area and safe area, again, I feel like Yusracha wouldn't have done this if there wasn't some kind of catch to it, so I feel like that's really sketchy. Yeah, I think more than them, though, what I'm the most excited for, we didn't get to see Evankel on hers at all, is the people inside the tower. I want to see what White and Yuan Sung are doing, but also what the regulars that are there are doing. What's up with Doom, because that one panel, it looked like he didn't vanish with the rest for some reason. I'm really, really, really excited to see what the group inside the Cat Tower is doing and how their individual fights go. I think that is the part of this little arc within the arc that I'm the most excited for. Though again, like, it's one of those situations where Tower of God gets into it from time to time. A bunch of other series do, where there's like so much going on at once that I'm like, oh, I want to see this, I want to see this. I know they can't do all of that in a chapter, but it's like there are just so many different aspects to this arc that I really, really want to see play out. But either way, that's it. I will, again, get to the review of last chapter and this chapter as soon as I possibly can. But either way, that's it. Thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there too. Tell me what you thought of this chapter and my thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more Tower of God, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, ask and I'll give you a link. It's free and open for anyone. And if you would like to help support the channel on Patreon to help me keep making videos, it's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. But either way, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.